Welcome to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series Season 7 Race 11. The Camping World 400 will begin in a few short minutes, but first let's do a recap of the last race at Watkins Glen. So Nate, in a shocking comeback, he just drove through the field, got his first career win. I will be starting on pole today in the regular season finale, trying to lock up my regular season championship. Here we go. 35 laps, green flag is out in Chicagoland. The regular season finale is underway. Yes, this is the regular season finale race. We have lots to unpack. So first of all, me starting on pole, I am trying to win this regular season championship. 22 points ahead of SMB, so as long as I have a decent day today, I will win the regular season championship. However, there's another storyline heading into this race, and that is the cut line battle between Sugashan in the 8 and Wizard in the 19. Wizard is only 10 points behind Sugashan for that final playoff spot. And obviously, this is the last race before the playoffs. So, if the Wizard is able to gain 10 points on the 8, he will advance to the playoffs. We'll see if he'll be able to do it. 35 laps today, so 5 extra laps than normal. We'll see if those 5 laps make a difference, as in, will the leader at lap 30 be the winner, or will be the same leader at lap 35. This is a big race, a race that a lot of drivers have been looking forward to. It's a pretty good track for a lot of drivers, too. I'm just hoping I can lock up this regular season title. That's my main goal right now. But we will see who will bring home the trophy here today. As it can be a little bit difficult to see the cars at this track, just the shadows and the way it is. But you can still typically kind of make out who's who. Excuse me. As I am continuing to lead. Right now, it looks like the 8 car is running ahead of the 19. Or the 19 has to probably win this race, because that 8 car is going to be running good. He's had a couple off weeks outside the top 10, but he's usually up there. Excuse me again. Just allergies and stuff, going on. As I'm going to have to look and see who the top 4 is right now. I know it's me. I think that's Dark Pumps, my teammate, Daytona 500 winner this season. Up there as well. But I think it might be SMB. I'll have to see, as they're coming around to get lap 7. That's SMB, and I think that's the 10 of Death Dealer in 4th right now. Might be wrong, though. I'll have to make sure I really get a closer look next time they come around. Death Dealer, he almost won at Charlotte. I think he was the faster car. I think he was faster than Sugashan. He just was not able to make anything happen because of lap traffic and just lack of laps remaining in the race. But he still did a great job that day. And yes, I am pretty sure that is the 10. So Death Dealer trying to have another good top 5 run. Obviously, he's not eligible for the playoffs. He's too far back. Only drivers mathematically eligible are Wizard and maybe a couple others that are below him, but Wizard is the main one we're looking at right now. As the 19 is actually right in front of the 8. So he's -9 right now, but that's not enough. He needs to gain some more spots here. only being one position ahead is not going to matter. He needs to be at least 10 positions, maybe 6 if he wins the race. Because if it's a tiebreaker, I'm pretty sure Sugashan gets it because he has a win. There's a wild battle right now for second. They're going 3 wide. Dark Pumps, Death Dealer, and SMB battling it out for P2. Lap 10 out of 35. As again, I do apologize for my allergies and stuff. Just, it is what it is. The show must go on here in Chicago. It's an interesting race for sure. This race is kind of a more recent race. We've only had it a couple seasons. So it definitely is a race that's on the newer side of things. We've only ran it 3 times. Season 5, where NASCAR Fan 5 won in the 12 car. That so far is his last win. He's now in the 24 car. Season 6, it was the 8 car. And this season, we'll have to figure out. I think that's Death Dealer up into second. It is so hard. I want to confirm that that's him. I'm almost certain it is. That looks like his car. I just don't want to, have that be somebody else and I'm completely, misdoing it. Will we see another first-time winner? We've seen a bunch of first-time winners this season. Dark Pumps at Daytona, Sugashan at Charlotte, Trombone Players at Dover, and then, of course, last week, Nate at Watkins Glen. So, first-time winners have been a huge thing this season, for sure. We'll have to see if we get another one here today. I'm hoping that I'll at least be able to get most laps led. I've led the most laps in a lot of races this season. This is actually my 3rd pole this season. But those guys are right on me. And I've seen Dark Pumps has been experimenting with that outside line. That might be something he tries once we reach the lap traffic, which would be good for him. He's still looking for that second win of the season. He, after winning the 500, he came out with a lot of confidence and a little bit cocky, but the season has not been exactly what he was hoping for, I don't think. He was hoping he'd get a lot more wins. So far, still, only win is the Daytona 500, which that is a huge race. Don't get me wrong. That is a huge race to win, and he should not feel bad about that. But I know he was expecting a lot more. Which, that's okay. A lot of drivers do. A lot of drivers have higher expectations for themselves. They expect to be out there winning tons of races every season, especially given the, past success of that car. Dark Pumps might be able to get to the outside here. I'm not sure he has the speed to, though. I'm just trying to find a way to get a better view of these cars. I don't know if this is going to help, though. Just the way the shadows and stuff fall at this track. I'm pretty sure that is the 10 car. So yeah, that's definitely Death Dealer. He's having a good run. He's had a couple good runs. Like I said, I mentioned Charlotte. Almost got that win. Couldn't quite get it. But he was close for sure. He was definitely close. Dark Pump still trying that outside. I'm still leading the way. Lap 18 out of 35. I'm pretty sure I have most laps led. But I might be wrong. I'll have to see. Yes, I do have most laps led. Because half of 35 is 17.5. So I've led past 17.5. So I will officially get most laps led once again in a race. Hopefully I can finish it off with a win. Because obviously I want the extra playoff points and stuff. I mean, obviously I'm going to win this regular season championship unless I fall back a ton and SMB goes and wins the race. But, like, I'd have to fall, like, 20 spots. Which I don't think that's going to happen. But I hope I'm able to hang on for this win. But Dark Pump's using that outside. That's kind of concerning me. I think he is probably going to be able to take advantage of running that outside line. I don't know. The 66 has been running the outside. I have noticed that. Here goes SMB to his inside, trying to challenge for P3. As Death Dealer still running in second. He's just kind of trailing me, waiting for the time to strike. You know, just being patient. That's the key for a lot of these races. You just got to be patient. You know, there's lots of laps. You can't win the race on lap 1, as a lot of people would say. You got to be patient. You got to wait until the time is right. As you see, that car has moved off the top line, so that gives Dark Pumps a clear lane with 15 laps remaining here in Chicagoland. Usually it'd be 10, but we got those extra 5 laps. We will see if that makes a difference here today. You know, if Dark Pumps can win this race, that would be good momentum for him heading into the playoffs. That'd give him another win, 5 extra playoff points, so he'd be starting with 10. Because obviously he's inside the top 6. Most of the winners are inside the top 6, but a couple of them aren't. As around the 66 we go, and he moved back to the outside. That might not be good for Dark Pumps. Yeah, there are a couple winners that aren't inside the top 6, like Trombone Players and Nate. You know, if they won towards the beginning of the season, that probably would have propelled them into the top 6, but not today. Not this late in the season, what I mean. As you'll see, will the lead have shifted as we come around here? Who will be leading? As here goes Dark Pumps around the outside. Dark Pumps will take the lead here in Chicagoland. Lap 23 out of 35. Can he hang on to it, though? You know, I'm hoping I'll be able to pull one of those Lucas K comebacks and, somehow get around the lap cars and then chase him back down. That was impressive what Lucas K did at Michigan. I thought I had that win. I thought I was going to become the first to go 3 in a row. But he stopped that real fast. As there goes Dark Pumps. Pulling away with the lead. We'll see if anybody else is able to challenge. That 19 is going to need to do something if he wants to make these playoffs. Because, like I said, only -9 right now. That is not enough. He is still going to miss the playoffs by 9 points. He's going to need to find something to just gain in these last couple laps. As there goes Dark Pumps. He might be struggling with some lap traffic. As there's Lucas Wizard and Sugashan all in a little pack right there. I think that's the 17 of Austin Tom, not really sure how to say that, but that's another guy running that outside line. And it's really hard to see these cars, so if I get anybody wrong, I do apologize. Just the shadows at this track make it difficult. This is why I like night races, because it's easier to see. There's 10 laps to go here in Chicago. As yes, that is the 17. So 17 having a good run. He's kind of been a dark horse driver. He's had some good runs. He's been up there, just has not been able to maybe get any wins. I know he was hopeful to make the playoffs, but that just didn't really happen for him. But still, decent season for him. I would not be disappointed at all. As Dark Pumps is really starting to gap everybody here. I think at this point he probably has this win locked up. That's just kind of how it is, but we'll have to see. Can Wizard do something to try and gain all those extra points? He's going to need to. He can't just sit back and do nothing. He needs to find a way around these guys in front of him to gain some extra points. Obviously, he's my teammate, so I'm kind of rooting for him. I'm hoping he's able to make the playoffs because I want 3 Joe Gibbs cars in the playoffs instead of just 2. But I don't know if he's going to be able to pull anything. I mean, he's running... I'll have to see where he's running right now. even if he passes all those guys in front of him, I'm not sure if that'll be enough. I doubt that'll be enough. I think in this case he'd have to win the race, and it looks like Dark Pumps is going to go and win this race. So at least it's going to be a Joe Gibbs Racing win, but we'll have to see. So that was first. I'm still in second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So he's in sixth right now. Even if he gains those spots, he'll only be like he'll still be like 4 points. So he's going to need to win the race. He's going to have to go up there and try and find something in these last, coming to 6 to go. Dark Pumps is definitely going to win this race. So second win of the season looking like for him. As long as nothing crazy happens, you never know. He's got a huge lead. Actually, it's the 8 car who makes a move around the outside. 8 car to P2. That pretty much is going to be it for Wizard. Unless he can just somehow do something. But Wizard, that 8 car made the move, and now he is up into second, and that's exactly what Wizard did not want to see. But it's exactly what Wizard needed to do as we get 5 to go here in Chicago. That's exactly what Wizard needed to do. He needed to make that move to the outside. As actually, it's the 17 who gets around him. The 8 car was just able to propel himself to the front of that pack, but he still got stuck. Dark Pumps just looking for a couple more clean laps. Honestly, I'm fine if I don't win this race, as long as I get the regular season championship, which I will. Which, this will be my first regular season championship. I'm excited about that. I'm still looking for my first championship in this series. There's been a couple times I was close, including last season. I had probably my best season ever. I don't know if it tops this season. So far, my worst finish this season is 7th. That's insane consistency. And that 7th place came last week, so I'm not the best at road courses, but I was able to get second there last season at Watkins Glen, so I'm not too terrible on road courses, just wasn't able to execute as good as some other guys last week. Which is going to be another top 5 here today, assuming a bunch of guys don't pass me. Looks like it's going to be a 4th place with pole and most laps led. 2 laps to go for Dark Pumps. Looking for a second career win and second win of the season. Looking to start off the regular season with a win and then end the regular season with a win. That's pretty good momentum, I'd say, heading into Darlington next week, the first playoff race. Remember, if a playoff driver wins a playoff race, they will be advanced to the Championship 4. White flag, 1 lap to go. Dark Pumps, this is his rookie season. He started off by winning the biggest race of the season, the Daytona 500. He got a little bit cocky, saying he's going to win a lot more races, but it has not been that way, but down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. He is going to collect his second career win and second win of the season, giving him 5 extra playoff points. Out of turn 4, Dark Pumps is going to win here at Chicagoland. Congratulations to Dark Pumps. Another win for Joe Gibbs Racing, so I'm happy about that. He becomes the 3rd driver with multiple wins. And coming to the line with I think it's going to be a P4 finish. Yes, P4. I will collect the regular season championship for Season 7. Whew. Man, it sucks that I lost this race and sucks that I've lost so many others, but that's going to be 15 extra playoff points for me heading into these playoffs. So I'm really happy about that. Glad we were able to get this regular season championship. That was my goal. Pretty much this whole regular season after winning those back-to-back races at Phoenix and Texas. So just I want to get this regular season championship, and we got it. So now, on to the playoffs. Hopefully we can win one of the playoff races in advance. But it is time for the playoffs, which obviously is a very exciting time for everybody. The playoffs is going to be me, SMB, NASCAR F1 fan, Lucas K, Dark Pumps, and Suga Sean. So those are your 6 playoff drivers. Wizard was not able to make anything happen, so he will miss the playoffs for Season 7. But yeah, that is it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.